You have strings, there's A B C D E and U V W X Y Z, right? And you delete the columns, and you delete column at indices 0 to 3, right? And you remove characters at position 0, 2 and 3 from both string, and resulting in BF and VYZ, right? So our goal is to find the minimum number of columns. So you need to delete, so that after deletion, right, the string satisfies the condition, right? This string 0 less than equal to string 2, right? And 1 less than 2, and 2 so on, and minus 1, right? In lexicographic order, right? So in solution, we use a greedy approach that process each column from left to right. Right. From each column, it checks if keeping that column would violate and lexicographic order. Right. So the cut array tracks which adjacent pairs of string have been already been separated means their order has been determined by earlier columns, right? So how the greedy approach this algorithm work as follows, right? So firstly, for each column J, check all the adjacent pair of strings, right? If a pair has not been separated yet, right? So not equal to cut I, and keeping this column would make array a array I greater than a array I plus 1, right, at position J. Then this column must be deleted. Yeah, if the column is kept, update the cut array for pairs where a array I dot caret j less than a array I plus 1 dot caret at j, making them as a separated. So count the total number of columns when that need to be deleted, right? So firstly, we have to do that what was our observations, right? So in this we need to process columns from left to right, because lexicographic ordering is determined by the leftmost differing characters, right? But thinking of it like comparing words in a dictionary, right? So you compare first letter first and only look at the subsequent letter if the earlier ones are equal, right? So we start by asking for each column, should we keep it or delete it? A column must be deleted if keeping it would be violate the lexicographic order, right? But here the crucial side inside, once two adjacent strings have been separated, right, so we don't need to worry about their relative order anymore, right? So firstly we then we consider two adjacent strings. As we scan columns from left to right, if their characters are equal at a column, we need to keep checking future columns, right? If the first string has a smaller character, they are now properly ordered, so we can stop worrying about this pair, right? If the first string has a larger character, we have a problem, but only if this pair has not already been properly ordered by an earlier column, right? So these leads us to the cut the array idea, right? So cut array I being true means that strings I and strings array I plus 1 have already been properly ordered by some previous column we kept. Once a pair is cut, means separated, so subsequent columns can't be mess up their order. So this is the greedy approach works, because deleting a column never help establish order, right? So yes, so how do we approach is simple. Firstly we use a data structure cut, right? And then we do algorithms, right? So firstly in the algorithm we firstly write initialize variable, right? And then we in this initialize variable firstly check if column j should be deleted, right? If column is kept, update the cut array, right? And then with time complexity is big O n into m, right? Where n is the number of string and m is the length of each string, and space complexity big O n for the cut array, right? So there's now, so this is like handle edge cases, null or single string array, right? So firstly, if a is into null, right, and a capital length equal to 1, right, then we do return 0. This is happened, right? And do int num string length and int string is 0 length, right? And then int deleted columns equal to 0. Track which pairs of like adjacent strings are already sorted, right? So right, and if sorted I is true, it means a array I, like if sorted string are true, so a array I and I plus 1, right, in lexicography form. So we write boolean sorted is equal to new boolean num strings, right? And then we do process each column from left to right, right? So process, so we do column loop, right? In column loop, what we write? Firstly we iterate or end column is equal to 0, right, and column less than string length, right, column increment. And now do check, and now what we can do, check if current column should be deleted or a column must be deleted if it brings the sorting order, right? Commit by sorting order लिख देते, right, sorting order. So we have to for int row is equal to 0, row and num strings minus 1 हो जाएगा, रो इंक्रीमेंट कर देते हैं, right? And now if only check pairs that are not already determined to be sorted, not determined, right, not determined. So if not sorted, not sorted row and dot care and now column breaks sorting order, so we must delete, right? Oh, we must deleted, so deleted comment down, right? Deleted columns, and then we do continue column loop. Hold on, column loop, right? And then we do skip the next column, right? And if the next step is like column is valid, so update sorted status for string pairs, right?